At this time, we ask everyone to please rise, join our student athletes, coaches, and officials of the singing of the national anthem. Oh, say, can you see by the dawn's early light what so proudly we hailed at the twilight's last gleaming, whose broad stripes and bright stars through the perilous fight, all the ramparts we watched were so gallantly streaming, and the rockets' red glare, the bombs bursting in air, gave proof through the night that our flag was still there. Oh, say does that star-spangled banner yet wave o'er the land of the free and the home of the brave.
Great job.
Thank you.
This means our starting lineups first for Rosemont College. And forward 6'2", graduate shooting from Pittsburgh, Pennsylvania. Number 2 is Gerard Nicholson. And gone, a 5'8" junior from Philadelphia, Pennsylvania. Number 3, Don Wesley. And gone, a 6'1" sophomore from Woodbury, New Jersey. Number 10, David Rawls. And forward the 6'9" sophomore from North Plainfield, New Jersey. Number 20, Gerard White. And forward the 6'5" sophomore from Barrows Inlet, South Carolina. Number 25, Mike Baruch. Head coach is Bob Hughes. And the assistant coaches are Glenn Dustin and Chris Cole. And now, ladies and gentlemen, tonight's starting lineup, the Rosemont College Bearcats. And gone, the 5'11" sophomore from Staten Island, New York, number 13, Gerard Nicholson. And gone, the 6'2" junior from Jamaica, New York, number 15, Emil Purisic. And forward, the 6'5" junior from Astoria, New York, number 21, Emil Purisic. And gone, the 6'1" graduate student from New York City, number 11, Zaid Osorio. And forward, the 6'6" graduate student from Smithtown, New York, number 20, Michael Gannon. Bearcats head coach in his Jack Simpson is John Lacey. The assistant coaches are Robert Lacey, Michael Munchko, and Patrick Mahoney. Now, let's play ball.
Good evening, New York City, and welcome to the Arc Arena as the Baruch College Bearcats host the Rosemont College Ravens. Baruch coming in on riding a 3-game winning streak, most noticeably their win Tuesday night against a tough Connecticut College team alongside Joe Stolzer. I'm David Just. Joe, what a matchup we have tonight, a little out-of-conference matchup for the Bearcats, trying to keep that win streak going here and stretch it to 4.
Happy Friday, Dave. The last time these two teams met was in 2018. Baruch up late, but Rosemont came back to win. So Baruch wants to get back at him tonight, and let's go get it, Dave.
And just off the tip, Jamel Fair comes away with it. I think it was Rosemont who got their hand to the tip. It'll be Baruch who starts things off here in the front court. Purisic inside to Gannon in the back door, and he's able to easily lay it in. And we saw a lot of that last game, Joe, finding an open man on the back door.
Gannon new to the Baruch attack, but a very capable big guy, and helps out down low. Big presence for the Bearcats with Purisic.
Ball swung around the perimeter there. Shot no good there by number 10, Rawls. His unorthodox shooting from the far side. And it's going to be a jump ball here, and it's going to stay with Rosemont.
Zion Mitchell for Rosemont seems to be their go-to guy.
So Rosemont to inbound underneath. They'll find Wesley here, and he'll dribble back out to the perimeter. Ball swung around to White. Now it's Rawls on the near side. And now in the paint, Rosemont, trying to go baseline. It was number 20, Jared White, but he stepped on the end line, so it's going to go back to the Bearcats.
Yeah, the Bearcats coming out. What's going to be effective David, is that they really concentrate on defense. The offense is going to come.
So it'll be Nicholson to walk things up, starting at point tonight. Now over to Osorio. Bearcats moving the ball around the perimeter. Takes a pick left here from Gannon. Gannon will grab the ball here on the top of the key. Couple cutters, hands it off to Purisic. Purisic looking to go baseline. He tries to give it inside to Gannon. Ball's loose. White on the deck. Still loose. Rosemont's going to come away with it. It's going to be Mitchell. That was actually Wesley to push. Now it's Mitchell inside. He's going to take too many steps, so it's going to go back to the Bearcats.
David, I think Purisic has added a passing to his arsenal, more so than last year.
So it'll be Osorio who gets it into the front court. He was hounded there, as now it's Fair up top. Step back jumper at the elbow, and he's able to knock that one down over the outstretched arm of number 3, Fatane Wesley.
Fair playing with a lot of confidence, and that mid-range jumper from the elbow is vintage Fair.
One of the 3 Bearcats in double digits last game. That was on Tuesday here at the Arc Arena. Now bounce pass inside to Mitchell. Mitchell trying to go to work in the post. Ooh, nice way to find some space with the reverse layup.
That was really a little bit of luck for Rosemont, David. It got through a little opening.
And Baruch's going to have to tighten up on the interior defense. A little maybe too easy for Mitchell there, as now Osorio is going to step back at the elbow, trying to draw contact. His shot's a little short. He gets his own rebound. Looking for options. He kicks it back out to Fair. Now inside to Gannon. Nice defensive position there by Mitchell, and Rosemont going to quickly push the other way. Shot blocked inside. It's going to be off Osorio last, and that's going to stay right here. That was Heron trying to go up against the outstretched arm of Osorio.
The Bearcats have to be careful about unforced turnovers, protect the ball.
Now ball swung around the perimeter. Straight on 3 for Rosemont is no good. And Baruch quickly come the other way. It was White on the offensive end for Rosemont there, unable to hit the 3. Now Nicholson working on the far side. He'll drive into the lane, working against Mitchell. Loses his balance a little bit, looking for an option. Purisic now over to Gannon. Gannon able to do one dribble and put it in, and Baruch really having their way on the interior here in the early going. Joe.
And I like the way Nicholson really makes sure that pass is going to get to his receiver.
And one extra pass there for Purisic to get the open layup. Ooh, nice block there by Osorio inside. As Rawls hits the deck, and it'll be Osorio to push now. Osorio right into the lane, gives it outside. Nicholson, far side 3, and he knocks it down.
This backcourt combination of Osorio and Nicholson, very solid.
2 guys that can really play with the ball in their hands, and we saw both Nicholson brothers last game really executing from the corner 3.
Baruch playing with a lot of confidence, and rightfully so. They're at home.
And Wesley answering on the other end for the Ravens.
Yeah, Wesley just didn't. No one went out and contested him.
So it's 9-5 here in the early going. Baruch lead coming in on 3.5 gone here in the first half. Nicholson finds Osorio back door. He goes up contact. Gannon on the offensive board. He'll do one dribble, spin, and able to put it in off glass.
Coach Alisi has these guys playing the game the right way. Shout out to you, Coach Alisi.
And Gannon here in the early going, leading all scorers with 6 points. So now Mitchell has it up top. Rawls runs through, looking for Wesley. Handoff to Wesley, takes the pick from Mitchell. Now Mitchell trying to go in the post, find some space. Working against Gannon. Nope, Gannon's able to rip that one away. Goes right back out to Wesley, though. That's going to be a 3 for Rosemont. More specifically, it's going to be White, who's off right rim, and Osorio comes away with it. Now Baruch setting up here in the half court. Nicholson on the near side. Gannon again getting position. And he hits the deck, and the ball is able to drop. It almost hung up on the rim.
Well, Dave, that was a great catch by Gannon and an even better pass by Nicholson to get him the ball where he needs it.
And Rosemont needs to find an answer for Gannon. Already 8 points here in the early going. Mitchell has not been that answer on the defensive end if they've matched him up one-on-one as Mitchell gets the ball inside. Now it's Wesley on the near side. Rawls, a little bit of a jab step, working on Osorio. Step back jumper, and his shot rattles home. Nice ball movement there on the offensive end by Rosemont.
Now, the thing is that you have to understand the Bearcats with Gannon and Purisic have some nice length there, and when Muhammad Gee comes in, they have more length.
Baruch's interior players have had a presence, here in the early going. It's Fair at the free throw line. They're going to say he dragged that pivot foot, so it's going to go back to Rosemont.
But, David, that's not a bad turnover because Baruch is looking for each other, and that's going to bode well as the game goes on. The assist column.
Yeah, they've been finding the extra pass here in the early going. Could think of a few plays to Gannon here in the interior that was just an extra pass leading to an open layup.
Yeah, it's going to bode well looking for your teammate. Play the game with 5 people on the court.
So now Wesley almost turns it over there with, that's White on the deck, and it's Baruch's going to come away with it. It's going to be Nicholson into the front court, going past Wesley. He gets double-teamed, looking for an option. Almost goes out of bounds. He's able to find Gannon underneath, and Gannon lays it in. He's got 10 out of the Baruch's first 15.
Hey, Nicholson is playing quarterback out there, seeing the whole field.
And he found Gannon almost falling into the Rosemont bench there, so it'll be Rawls now on the far side here for Rosemont.
Gannon is playing tight end like Kelsey on the Kansas City Chiefs.
Strain, who just checked into the game, number 33, has the ball, finds a cutting Wesley inside.
Well, that's just
to number 20, White.
That's just a breakdown, Dave. Baruch has got to tighten up. No breakdowns because that's too easy.
Yeah, just a defensive rotation a little bit slow there for the Bearcats, as now it'll be Osorio up top working on Strain. Now over to Nicholson. Nicholson thinks about driving. A little stutter step on Wesley. He gets fouled as he goes up, and he'll go to the line to shoot 2.
Nicholson is a very, very tough player. We haven't seen a kind of player like him at Baruch for a long time in the backcourt.
Ball handler, a little bit of a shooter. Really doing it all here for in the last few couple games for the Bearcats.
Not afraid of anything.
And he's off on the first. So checking into the game for Rosemont is number 1, Makai Jones, and number 4, Tyler Morgan.
Muhammad Gee in the game for the Bearcats. David, as you know, you don't lose anything when he comes in for the Bearcats.
And he'll spell, him and Purisic will spell each other throughout the ballgame. Gannon stays in with the hot hand, and Devin Nicholson will come into the game for the first time for the Bearcats as Gerard Nicholson knocks down the second. Baruch leads 16-9.
So right now the Bearcats can go inside, outside if they like with the lineup.
So it's Mitchell now on the far side. He goes in the lane, hands it off to Morgan. Morgan into the paint. He's quickly doubled. Now it's Nicholson draped on him. Finds Rawls inside. Awkward shot. Guy soars for the rebound, able to snatch it. Excuse me, that was actually Strain on the inside for Rosemont. Now Nicholson working on Wesley. Inside to Fair. Fair's all types of tied up over there. And let's see who that's on. That's going to be on number 4, Tyler Morgan.
You have to marvel at what Nicholson brings to the table. He's getting it to the right place for each of his teammates.
And so Baruch get it in. It's Gannon now over to Guy up top. Ball swung around the perimeter. Fair on the near side here, wing. Left-handed dribble. He's going to go into the paint working against Morgan. Mitchell helps him out. Guy near side 3. That's way off. Ball's loose, and it's going to be Baruch who comes away with it. It was Nicholson on the far side. Now it's Gerard Nicholson. He'll pull up as the shot clock expires. Ball batted around. It's batted out towards Wesley. Wesley right into the paint. Little scoop layup. No good. Ball batted in, though. That's number 33, Strain, for his first bucket of the evening. And Rosemont going to set up in the full court here. Baruch making an error. Ooh, that was a dangerous play there. Jamel Fair hits the deck. And that's going to be a 10-second violation against the Bearcats. So nice defense there by Coach Hughes' Rosemont Ravens.
David, Rosemont is a very scrappy team. We see that. So Baruch has got to be patient and really take their time. I think they're playing a little bit too fast. Slow it down.
And we're going to see Tyler Petrosky in the game for the first time tonight as he has the ball in his hands. Ball swung around the perimeter into the hands of Morgan. Now it's Jones. Jones, far side 3. He pulls off back iron. Nicholson comes away with the rebound. And he's able to bring it into the front court. And Baruch, that's where they're going to have to live in transition, especially if Rosemont's able to have some success with their zone as Mitchell comes away with the block. Oh, Nicholson almost takes it right back. Dangerous pass into the corner. Nicholson had a hand on it. Now Morgan has it. A little hop step at the free throw line, looking for an option. Finds it. It's going to be Jones going back door. And just like that, Coach John Alisi wants to talk things over. He's not liking what he's seeing, so we'll step aside. Coming close to 8 minutes gone here in the first. You're watching Baruch Basketball on YouTube channel, Baruch Bearcats Broadcasting. So it'll be Bearcats ball. And once again, Rosemont setting up in the press, and they'll sag off here a little bit as Petrosky lets Fair come into the front court. Now Nicholson here on the near side. Guy over to Nicholson, now into the corner to Fair. And there's going to be an off-ball whistle. That's going to be a foul on number 33, Strain. Nick Strain, that's going to be his first.
David, I think that the Bearcats going to have to go to a more athletic game with Rosemont. This is more of an athletic game instead of a heavyweight fight that they had the other night.
Definitely have to figure out a way to break down that full-court press here in the early going, as now Fair has it. Muhammad Guy looking for Akil Vaughn, who just checked in the game. Nice cross-court pass to Nicholson. He'll pull up from the baseline shot. No good. Rebounded there by White. And it'll be Rosemont to push it into the front court here with Mekhi Jones. Takes the pick right. Goes through two. Mekhi Jones going to pull straight on three, and he knocks it down. And just like that, we're all tied at 16.
Dave, the momentum is obviously on Rosemont's side, but the Bearcats, I believe, should go inside to Vaughn, get a little inside presence going.
That's where they've had the most success. They've also actually added a little bit of size as we see number 20, Jared White, the 6'5" sophomore, kind of moving to the middle. Initially, we were seeing Zaire Mitchell kind of guard Gannon, only at 6'2". Gannon coming in at 6'6", so giving a few inches to Baruch there, and clearly it didn't work off in the early.
Yeah,
well in the early going.
Vaughn is your little aircraft carrier now inside. You need to take advantage of that.
And he's playing a little physical in there as Petrosky has it.
That's
and Morgan's going to take too many steps, and it's going to go back to the Bearcats. Checking back into the game is Heron for Rosemont.
So hopefully Nicholson is going to acknowledge Vaughn and get him the ball and let Vaughn go to work a little bit here.
So Osorio brings it into the front court, calling out the offense for Coach Alisi. Vaughn coming out here to get it. Looking for options, gives it off to Devin Nicholson. Now Guy has it up top. Working on Morgan into the lane. He has to circle back. Now he's going one-on-one. Ooh, trying to find Vaughn. A little bit of a forced pass. Vaughn now inside. Reverse layup, no good. Muhammad Guy able to get the offensive board and lay it in.
But clearly Vaughn had a basket there, just missed it. Nobody was going to get over his big shoulders.
So it'll be Petrosky here into the front court for Rosemont. Hand off to Heron. Ball's loose on the deck. Ooh, Jones trying to keep it. It's going to be Nicholson who comes away with it. They're going to call it a jump ball. I think a little bit of a rushed whistle there. And it's going to stay, it's going to go back to Baruch.
Hey, did you see the Nicholson guys going right for that ball? That's the toughness that's going to pay off in January.
A nice hustle play there by the Bearcats to gain that extra possession as Dylan Minnick into the game for the first time. He gives it off to Devin Nicholson up top to Muhammad Guy. Ball swung quickly around the perimeter into the hands of Osorio. Petrosky on him. Osorio into the paint. Nice little hop step move. He tries to go up with it, putting a little English on it, gets his own rebound. He goes right back up with it, and it's going to be Minnick on the weak side. Once, twice, no good, but he'll go to the line to shoot two.
Now that inside play of the Baruch guards is going to bode well because Rosemont doesn't know who to guard.
And Dylan Minnick only his 5th and 6th free throw attempts of the season, 2 of 4 so far. And he knocks home the first. And off on the second. Vaughn tried to bat it out, but it'll be Rosemont's ball here with Petrosky coming the other way.
Now, these are some big defensive possessions by Baruch. They have a 3-point lead. They need to kind of up it a little bit.
So ball moves around the perimeter to the hands of Jones. He's been feeling hot from straight on. His shot a little too strong, no good. Minnick comes away with the rebound. Jones all over him. And Baruch will have to work a little bit to get this ball into the front court. Minnick looking for an option. He picks up his dribble, finds Nicholson. Ooh, almost tied up his feet there. Nicholson now right into the lane. He curls back on the far side looking for Vaughn, who's posted up. It's going to be a kick ball, so it's going to stay right here with the Bearcats. They'll get a fresh 20 to shoot.
David, Vaughn's getting all the position he wants down low, and hopefully they can get him the ball. Rosemont doesn't have an answer for him.
Haven't had an answer for Baruch's bigs so far this evening. As will be Nicholson on the far side. 2 steps, nice scoop layup, and he's able to finish as Vaughn hits the deck.
Nicholson with a little finger roll there.
Very nice technique, as it'll be into the hands of Rawls. Petrosky, ball swung around the perimeter to Heron. Now inside to Rawls, back out to Heron. Ball swung back around the perimeter to the far side to Petrosky, working on Nicholson, takes the pick left. He'll go and hop step into the lane, and Muhammad Guy comes away with the steal. He almost loses it, though. He'll find Devin Nicholson on the near side, and he'll be coming left to right, working on Rawls. Ooh, he thought about the shot, and I think Akil Vaughn thought he was going up for it as well. He went for the pass mid-shot, and so it's going to go back to Rosemont as it sails out of bounds.
In a couple of weeks, when the Baruch players know each other better, that's going to be a touchdown pass to Vaughn.
And I think the thing was when Vaughn saw Nicholson go up, I think he thought he was shooting,
and
he was ready to box out.
Right.
And then the pass came a bit late. But to your point, yeah, it's just more about building that chemistry and refining their game together.
I'm telling you, CUNY, you better watch out for Vaughn because he's going to be a big-time presence posing problems for CUNY teams.
So the starting front court for the Bearcats is back in with Gannon and Purisic replacing Guy and Vaughn. He's with Minnick, Osorio, and Devin Nicholson on the near side here, as it'll be Minnick who brings it into the front court, hands it off to Purisic. Now Devin Nicholson working on Heron. Bounce pass, trying to find Purisic back door, but Petrosky comes away with the steal. White, intercepts it from Rawls, but Rawls does get into the hands of Rawls. Now outside to Petrosky, wide open 3 straight on. Shot a little short off front iron, no good. Ball still loose, it's going to be White who comes away with it. Now Mitchell has it. Rosemont's leading scorer gives it off to Petrosky. Rawls straight on 3, awkward looking shot, but he knocks it down.
Well, David, what the Bearcats have going to do is going to have to identify shooters very quickly.
And Gannon answers on the other end. The big man knocking down a 3 over the outstretched arms of Zaire Mitchell.
How about that? He extends the defense. They're looking for him low, and he goes outside.
Now Mitchell, nice catch on the interior, looking for an option, finds Rawls. Rawls going 1-on-3 there. Ooh, wow, he's able to get that one to go. So now the press coming into play here again for Rosemont. It's going to be Osorio trying to get it up. Oh, dangerous pass. Mitchell collects the tip ball here in the backcourt, and it looks like we have Petrosky down who's hurt. Ball swung around. It's going to be a 3 there from Rawls. That's Heron. Shot no good. And the ref's going to blow it dead there as Petrosky shaken up a little bit. He was holding his head, so that'll be a quick change as Wesley checks back into the game.
Yeah, I think Nicholson is a good substitution by Coach Alisi because, again, he's your most steady ball handler.
So the ball will be in the hands of Osorio. Petrosky going to get looked over. Hopefully everything's okay on his end, as it'll be Fair with the ball now. Gives it over to Purisic. Gerard Nicholson, who just checked back in the game, finds a cutting Jamel Fair. Nice block there by Mitchell, and it's going to be Wesley quickly the other way. Has Rawls to his left. He finds him a little bit behind, though. Unable to catch him in transition. Rawls now into the paint. Finds White inside, and he's fouled by number 21, Emil Purisic. That's going to be his first on the evening. So with 6:40 remaining, Baruch lead by 3.
Like the way Baruch is huddling up, and they just want to keep their heads together. It's okay. It's okay. They're up 3. Just be patient.
So White to the line to shoot 2. He's a 53% free throw shooter on the season. And he rattles home the first. And he's good on the second as Strain checks back into the game for the Ravens. Heron to the bench.
So Osorio and Nicholson have to be very careful about long passes.
And Osorio here in the middle lets a few players run by. Nicholson now into the front court on the far side. Rawls all over him. But he finds Fair up top, and Wesley closing him out at the center circle. Nice little jab step there by Fair. Able to create some space. Fair into the lane. He took some contact. No foul call, and Mitchell comes away with the rebound for the Ravens. Now Rawls working here on the near side. Rawls dribbles back out on the far side wing. Mitchell trying to find position. It's Osorio who comes away with it. It'll be now Nicholson here into the front court. Crossover move right into the lane. Finds Fair on the far side. His 3-shot looks good, and it is. Jamel Fair knocks it down from the far side corner.
Big three, David. Little separation here with 5:50 to go.
So it's Mitchell on the far side. Has struggled to get going here in the early portion of this game here in the first half. Shot there, no good, rounding out. Mitchell has averaging 13 a game, has 2 right now in 10 minutes. Granted, not shooting that much, only 1 shot, but he's doing it on the defensive end as that's his second block in the last few possessions here for the Bearcats.
Notice how Purisic is really trying to open up his game, handling the ball.
And we saw this a bit last game too, Joe. He didn't really get his offensive game going from a scoring perspective really until the second half.
Well, he's acting as a facilitator, and so defensively you don't know what to do with him.
So it'll be Rosemont into the front court. It's the ball into the hands of Wesley. Has Rawls on that far side. That's Heron. Now Rawls inside. He got some heavy contact. No call. The refs have really been letting him play here in the early going, and just like that, Osorio throws it into the first row on the far side, and it's going to go back to the Ravens.
Yeah, I'd like to see the ball in Nicholson's hands and let him kind of set the tone.
So it'll be Rosemont's ball on the far side, and it'll be Wesley in the front court on the center circle. Heron has it now onto the near side to Rawls. Finds a cutting Mitchell. Now outside. It's going to be Wesley near side 3. Shot no good. And Strain and Gannon fighting for the rebound. Gannon, sloppy play there, though. You can't really pick up your dribble, especially when your team's playing a full court press, and you're the one man that's unmarked right now.
Yeah, you got to call for the ball. Nicholson's got to come back and get the ball. He's the quarterback.
So now Wesley into the lane. Kicks it outside. Far side 3. That's knocked down by number 33, Nick Strain. So a big shot there to cut the lead, Baruch lead to 1. Now Nicholson has it across the timeline, gives it inside to Purisic, finds Gannon underneath. Gannon able to easily lay it in.
Hey, but credit Nicholson to Purisic to Gannon. That was a three-way alliance there, David.
And that's Purisic's 3rd assist on the evening. I think all 3 to Gannon here in the early going, as now Strain has it on the far side. He'll pull a 3, shot a bit short. Mitchell able to establish position, get the rebound. Finds Strain cutting. Ooh, his shot might have been blocked by Gannon. Either way, Strain hits the deck. Now Nicholson into the front court. 3 ball there. Shot no good, a little too strong. Ball's long, rebound into the hands of Rawls, and they're going to be quick to push the other way. Rawls right into the lane. Scoop layup and 1. What a play there by Rawls, as he's able to go high off the glass through the contact.
Well, you can't do anything about that, David. That's an acrobatic shot. Listen, we're in a tight game here, and the athleticism of Rosemont is giving Baruch problems. So Baruch has just got to take a deep breath. Deep breath.
Rawls averaging 8 points per game on the season. He's shooting 64% from the line as he knocks down the free throw. He already has 9, so already exceeding his season average.
Yeah, we're going to have, if Baruch is going to have to tighten up defensively and deny these guys who are getting into positions they like.
Now it'll be Fair to inbound, trying to break down this press, finds Purisic. Purisic dribbling. Ooh, his pass intercepted almost there by Wesley, and it's going to be Baruch to inbound right in front of us.
Yeah, you got to be careful. It's a very athletic team. They're playing cornerback and safety, this Rosemont team.
So Gerard Nicholson has it in the backcourt. Looking for options. Once again, the double big man setup. Gannon gets fouled as he goes up to shoot. The foul there is going to be on number 20, Jared White. So that'll sell Gannon to the line for the first time tonight.
We can't wait to see Gannon's stats at the end of the game because he's doing a little of everything.
He has 17 and 4 here in the first half, 17 of Baruch's first 31. Make that 18.
Gannon and Purisic are going to just pile up statistics as the season's going on.
An impressive free throw line percentage from Gannon as a big man, shooting 76% from the free throw line as he knocks both of them down. And he's really doing it all. He has 19 of Baruch's 33 here in the first half. And it'll be Wesley into the front court. He's calling out the offense, gives it to Mitchell on the far side. White trying to post up. Gannon to deny. Now it's back up top to Wesley. Almost loses the dribble, gives it over to Heron on the near side. Right in front of us. Crossover move, right into, able to find Mitchell. He went up for the slam. And they're going to say he got fouled by Purisic.
That was a very crafty move, and you don't have an answer because the defense gets frozen.
I also didn't think it was a necessary dunk. I think he could have easily laid that in off glass. He just tried to go for the highlight play.
To your point, I think he wanted to have an exclamation point to this. You know, they're the away team. Wanted to quiet the home team.
And he knocks down the first. It'll be Mitchell with an opportunity to tie the ball game here at 33, a smidge under. 3 minutes remaining here in the first half. And Morgan's going to check into the game as Heron comes to the bench. And once again, Rosemont setting up with the full court press. And I think that's something Coach Alisi will probably address at halftime, is how to better break down the press, because they've really been struggling so far here in the first half, as now Nicholson has it on the far side. He's going to pull a three. Wide open shot, and he knocks it down.
David, I think to your point, Baruch is just going to have to put the ball on the floor and not stop their dribble. That's how you get in trouble.
Nicholson, to your point, Joe, they've done that quite a few times. And also what Rosemont's been pretty good has been getting the ball into the hands of the people they want the ball in. We saw Gannon, we saw Purisic both have the ball. And to your point, we want to see Osorio, want to see the Nicholsons, even, maybe Jamel Fair, one of your guards really bring up that ball there. And credit to Rosemont.
Yeah, no point stopping your dribble. Go continue. But again, Baruch is playing an athletic team, and they're going to have to meet that athleticism.
Rosemont trying to stop a 3-game losing streak here at the Arc Arena. Currently trailed by 3, coming in on 2 minutes remaining here in the half.
Good defense by the Bearcats.
Mitchell able to get that entry pass, and he forces home a shot over Vaughn. Credit to Mitchell there, really able to go to work, and push that one through.
It's not by accident. He's their best players, I hear.
And a dangerous pass there by Gerard Nicholson. That's tipped by Rawls, and Mitchell comes away with it for Rosemont. Now into the hands of Wesley. He's on the center circle looking for options. Has Rawls on the far side. Mitchell gets the ball in the corner. Morgan cutting through. Instead, it'll be Nicholson on the steal. Mitchell tried to force that pass through the same way he just forced that shot through. Instead, Nicholson comes away with it. Now Gerard Nicholson thinks about the shot. Mitchell closes him out. Over to Devin Nicholson. Bounce pass inside to Vaughn. Vaughn trying to go with the right hand. No good. Guy able to get the rebound and lay it in off the rim.
I'll tell you, Vaughn had a great look, but Muhammad Guy is there to clean it up as he does.
So it'll be Wesley now in the front court over to Rawls. Ball swung around the perimeter to Morgan. Mitchell cuts through. He wanted it. Crossover on Rawls against Fair. He gets hit hard as he goes up. I think they're going to say it was on Vaughn. Nope, they're going to say it was on Fair, and that'll send Rawls to the line to shoot 2.
Yeah, if Baruch would have stayed down, that the offensive player would have gone into them. But they didn't stay down, causing the foul.
So Rawls off on the first, and it's still a 3-point game. Minute and 14 remaining here in the first.
David, the Bearcats are going to have to deny some of these offensive players the ball.
And Rawls off on both, and Vaughn comes away with the rebound. And this works for Baruch. They're able to not let Rosemont set up in the press, and they're able to get into the front court.
Now, Baruch should be patient now. Let's go into the half with a little confidence.
We're in the final minute of the first half. Vaughn on the inside, gives it out to Nicholson. Near side 3 around, no good. But Guy able to get the rebound. His shot's no good. Ball's battle loose. Guy hits the deck. Ooh, thought he knocked his head there. He seems to be good. Heron loses it as he goes up with it, and it's going to go back to the Bearcats. And Joe, I feel like last game we had a lot of whistles. This game way less whistles. Excuse me, but the refs really letting it go both ways. So you have to enjoy that.
This is like a touch football game in the schoolyard, David.
Because you could argue there. I thought there was some contact.
Yeah.
But if you're going to let it slide both ways, I'm happy to see the game keep moving.
This is an enjoyable game to watch because it's just a lot of movement. It's like a video game, David.
Yeah, it's been end-to-end action here in the early going. Now Vaughn underneath, he's open. He kicks it outside. Devin Nicholson, he's going to drive, able to lay it in with the right hand. He got a step on Wesley, and now Rosemont could finish for the last for the last shot.
Big defensive possession by the Bearcats to go into the half with a little bit of momentum and confidence. Up 5.
So Rawls has it on the logo. Nicholson trying to force him right.
Baruch's got to clamp down, find a man.
Wesley comes off a screen. His three no good. Ball batted up, and it's good. I think that was going to be number 5. Max Cruz, he just checked into the game. I think that was his first minutes of the afternoon, and that'll send Baruch to the halftime locker room up by 3, 40-37. We'll be back momentarily for your second half action between the Rosemont College Ravens and your Baruch College Bearcats.
I can't believe he tapped it in like that at the buzzer. Right. So that a lot of the bounces just went their way. Yeah.
And welcome back to the Arc Arena. It's second half action between the Rosemont College Ravens and your Baruch College Bearcats. If you're just joining us, Baruch able to finish the first half with a 3-point lead, 40-37, and they'll be looking to extend their win streak here to 4 in a row.
David, it was a very entertaining first half, and Baruch has met a very interesting opponent with a lot of athleticism. So they're going to have to match that here in the second half.
And interesting, Joe, it looks like Baruch setting up in a 2-3 zone here to start the second half. As Rawls straight on three, he's able to knock it down, and Rosemont able to get the zone moving horizontally to find the open shot.
Yeah, Rawls was able to set his feet, and you want to take that away. He's getting too comfortable out there.
So now ball moved around the perimeter, trying to find Gannon inside. It's going to be Mitchell who comes away with the steal. Gannon having a monster first half. He was 8 of 8 from the field, had 19 total, so big first half and a season high for Gannon.
But it looks like Rosemont in the locker room said we got to clamp down on Gannon.
Nice denial of the entry pass there on the defensive end by Mitchell, but now it's Wesley in the front court here for Rosemont. Looking for options, has White up top. White's going to pull a three. Gannon a little late to close out. Shot off rim and backboard, no good, and it's going to be Fair who comes away with it for Baruch right into the front court. Crossover move by Fair. Heron pushes him out. Now Fair turns the corner, able to hit the floater, and Baruch have their first basket of the second half and take a 2-point lead.
Big time move by Fair. He was able to just elude his man and just went in for an easy floater.
So it'll be Wesley up top, Nicholson on him. It's Osorio, Nicholson, Purisic, Fair, and Gannon to start things off for the Bearcats. Mitchell has it inside, going to work on Purisic, outside to Rawls. Rawls crossover move now into the paint. High arcing shot, no good. Rawls hits the deck. And it's going to go off of White last.
Good defense on Rawls. He's trying to assert himself here.
And already we see Rosemont setting up in a full court zone. Purisic, ooh, dangerous play there. Once again picking up his dribble when he may not have had to. And now Fair into the front court.
Yeah, he needed to bring the ball up himself.
And he had the space, too. I think he turned and didn't realize how much space he had as Nicholson takes a far side three, and he's able to knock it down. Gerard Nicholson, a perfect 3 of 3 from deep. He now has 10 points.
Yeah, Nicholson is a guy that sets the tone, it looks like, for the Bearcats.
A nice steal there by Osorio, and he should be able to easily lay this one in, and he does.
Good anticipation by Osorio.
I think for a second he thought he was going to throw it down and decided to go for the
yeah,
layup instead.
He was thinking of a highlight reel.
So the ball swung around the perimeter. It's Wesley over to Rawls. Strain now to the near side to White. White over to Wesley on the near side corner. Oh, Nicholson trying to take it away, but it's actually Purisic who does take it away. Finds Osorio up ahead. He's going to go right into the lane, and he's able to finish off glass past the outstretched arm of Rawls.
David, that started because of great help on the defensive end leading to that basket for the Bearcats.
So now Strain has it over to White. Now ball swung around the perimeter to Rawls here on the near side, and Mitchell will gather it up top. White into the paint. Now Rawls, a little bit of a jab step, bounce pass to Strain. Nice behind-the-back move from Strain, able to create some space. Awkward-looking shot, though, no good. And Gannon comes away with the rebound for the Bearcats.
Well, all of Rosemont players seem a little awkward, but it's going down for them.
Yeah, I agree, Joe. Some unorthodox shooting styles for some of these players here. Is now Fair, gives it inside to Gannon. Gannon able to get position. He gets fouled as he goes up with it. I'm not sure if that's going to be on Wesley or Mitchell. It'll be Wesley, so that'll send Gannon to the line to shoot 2.
Yeah, the Bearcats got lucky. That was kind of a tough pass, but Gannon's got such good hands that he was able to get the ball.
So it'll be Gannon at the line to shoot 2. We mentioned it in the first half. Way above average free throw shooter is Gannon, shooting about 78% now on the season after knocking down a couple in the first.
David, to your point, he's going to go to the line a ton this season because of the nature of his game. So the fact that he's so good, he's going to really be productive.
His second most free throws on the team does Michael Gannon have. And he knocks down. He goes 1 of 2, so 3 of 4 on the evening from the free throw line. Rawls will walk it across the timeline here into the front court, gives it off to Strain. Mitchell now into the paint. He gets fouled. Shot no good, but he'll go to the line to shoot 2. And Baruch, before we even look up, has got on a bit of a run to open up the beginning of the second half as they now lead by 10 in the early going.
David, the Baruch attack defensively has to really watch out for Mitchell. Mitchell is the #1 go-to guy for Rosemont, and he looks like on that last play he's ready to take off.
Yeah, very close to an and one opportunity there for Mitchell as the ball just wouldn't drop for him as Muhammad Guy checked into the game, and Purisic will come to the bench.
I think that Rosemont has cleverly kind of hid Mitchell, but now they're ready to let him loose.
And they have to. Rosemont's leading scorer on the season is Zaire Mitchell. He only has 7 so far, almost 4 minutes here into the second half. Wesley, southpaw 3, no good. Ball batted around, and it went off. It looked like maybe the face of Strain last. Him and Guy were battling for it underneath, but it'll be Baruch's ball. Now we'll see what Baruch can do with this full court press.
Yeah, again, they're going to have to get the ball in. I'd like to see Nicholson get the ball and just bring it up.
And it'll come up to the near side to Guy, back to Fair. Over to Nicholson on the far side. Joe, you get your wish. Now over to Gannon in the far side corner. One dribble, he'll pull. And he rattles it home. Michael Gannon, he is feeling it tonight.
Michael Gannon, 9 for 9.
He's got 22 now.
I think he had a great pregame meal.
Did something. He brought his A game. He's really had his way inside. I haven't seen really Rosemont try to counter with someone to deal with his size.
Well, Mitchell is trying, but he's not been successful.
Now Fair, straight on 3. Mitchell slow to close out. Long rebound there by Fair. Mitchell hits the deck. I think him and Fair got their feet tied up. Now it's going to be on the far side. That's going to be Morgan. His shot no good. He gets his own rebound, though. Free throw line jumper, and he's able to knock that one down. And it's going to be a timeout for Coach Bob Hughes and the Rosemont Ravens. They'll take a 30-second, so we'll be right back in 30 with more Rosemont and Baruch basketball here at the Arc Arena. So it'll be Baruch's ball here in the backcourt. Once again, trying to have to break down this press, and it'll be Osorio right at the free throw line to get it. He should put it on the deck here, and he does smartly.
Yeah.
I mean, he turned around. He was looking for a pass. He looked back up court, and there was not a defender within 10 feet. As Gannon is wide open underneath. Mitchell slow to close out, and Gannon may have rolled his ankle on that one as he's struggling to get back down the court.
Well, Gannon is now 10 for 10, David, if you're keeping score at home, Baruch Nation.
Only shot he missed tonight, unfortunately, was that last free throw when he was at the line. Went 1 of 2. And now Rawls into the paint. Elbow jumper for him. He knocks that one down. Nice shot there by Rawls.
That's too much of a gimme, David. Baruch can't give that easy shot up.
Nice defense there by Rosemont. They have a 5-second violation. And Gannon going to come to the bench for Vaughn to check into the game.
Yeah, Fair has got to get a little bit more confident to know that Nicholson is the guy they need to get the ball to.
Also, I don't know if you want Fair to inbound there, really, because he's one of those options that you can get the ball to. Nice backdoor find from Mitchell. He was unable to corral it, though. And now Osorio into the front court. Ooh.
To your point, Fair and Nicholson should be getting ready to get the ball and just push it up court, and you're set it past half court.
With that said, also Fair being one of your best passing players, you really have to find that walk that fine line between where do you want him on the floor. As now Osorio gets it in on the far side. Vaughn calling for it in the post, working on Mitchell.
Now, if Vaughn screens, we'll have a cutter that's going to be open.
And instead he's trying to find position. Nicholson into the paint. Nice push shot off glass, and he's able to find the bottom of the net.
Nicholson is just a tough player, puts his head down. He's like a football player out there.
He's having a strong game tonight. 12 points, 5 assists. as Wesley loses the ball. Morgan going to get fouled by Fair as they were both going for it on the floor.
But what Baruch is doing defensively is they're trying to turn the Rosemont player into a swarm of waiting defenders.
So Morgan quickly checks out here as Makai Jones checks into the game for Rosemont. It's Strain up top, now to the hands of Jones. It's Wesley on the far side. Rawls comes through. He's looking for the shot, takes the pick from Mitchell, pulls the trigger. Shot off left iron, no good, and it's going to be Vaughn who comes away with it. A guy over now to Fair. Fair working on Mitchell. Fair right into the lane, and that's going to be an offensive foul.
It's a tough call, David, because Fair was straight up, and he absorbed the contact.
Yeah, I thought Mitchell's feet were moving just a little bit there, but to no avail, and it'll be Rosemont ball now in the front court with Wesley. Mitchell calling for it, working on Vaughn.
Great job by Vaughn on Mitchell.
Now bounce pass to Wesley, takes the pick from Mitchell. Mitchell going inside. He's trying to finish with the left hand and does. And one as Zaire Mitchell will go to the line for the opportunity at old school three-point play.
David, Mitchell is clearly a very effective player, but he hasn't got going in this game yet.
He's got 9 now in 23 minutes. And he's able to knock down the free throw.
Bearcats have the other Nicholson in, so that you got some capable ball handlers out there.
So Gerard Nicholson now has it on the far side, finds Devin Nicholson here on the near side, who's able to bring it into the front court. He'll curl back. He has Jones all over him. He'll go right, looking for options, hands off to Osorio. Pick left from Vaughn. He'll take it. And now you have a nice mismatch inside for Vaughn. Vaughn calling for it. He can't get it, though. Ball batted out. He had the mismatch on Jones. Now it's Mitchell ahead of the pack. Ooh, a little bit too far ahead of the pack. He throws it right into the Rosemont bench, so it'll go back to the Bearcats.
It was a little bit too tight, David, to get the ball to Vaughn, but a good idea, but maybe he needed more of an angle.
I think if you're the Bearcats, you almost have to push your other 3 players to the weak side and let Vaughn try to post up against Jones. You know, you have Makai Jones here only at 5'10", going against Akil Vaughn, who we have listed as 6'7". The size matchup alone dictates the offense.
Yeah, I think to your point, if Vaughn angles and he gets the ball from the wing, he'll be fine.
But I feel like they're almost trying to force it to get him the ball too quickly before the defense changes.
Right. And
because they saw Mitchell trying to creep back into defensive position.
And going straight up may not work.
Yep. And let him go to work in the paint. Give him the ball, clear out a little bit, and let him go to work with the mismatch. But either way, it's going to be Rosemont battling on the offensive end with Osorio. That was Wesley on Rosemont versus Osorio on the Bearcats. And it's going to be a foul on Wesley, so it's going to go back to Baruch.
At the 12-minute mark, David, again, the scrappiness of Rosemont is going to be something that Baruch has got to answer, and they have to be scrappy as well.
So Mitchell will take a breather as Max Cruz comes into the game. We only saw 1 minute of Max Cruz in the first half, and he ended the first half with a nice putback. Now Nicholson over to Devin Nicholson on the near side. Around and out, no good. Ball batted around. Muhammad Guy got a hand to it, but it's going to be Jones who comes away with it for Rosemont. Heron right into the lane. His shot was blocked. Shot blocked again. Ball's loose, and it's going to go, they're going to say it's going to stay right here as it went off the Bearcats last. So a little clock update, and then we'll be good to go with Rawls to inbound underneath.
20 seconds on the shot.
White now over to Heron. Heron, awkward shot. As there was a lot of contact in the lane. They're going to say the foul was there on Muhammad. They're going to say it was actually on Vaughn, as it was Guy who hit the deck, and that'll send Heron to the line to shoot 2.
You could see that Rosemont is just getting ready, each one, to put the ball on the floor. So the Baruch has to be defensively very disciplined.
Herron, a 71.5% free throw shooter on the season. And he rattles that first one home. And he's able to hit them both. So Baruch lead by 6, 11:38 remaining here in the ball game here at the Arc Arena.
By the way, Muhammad Gee gives you an extra athletic body out there.
Now Osorio, almost thrown away there by Nicholson, but Osorio goes right back to Nicholson, who can bring it into the front court. Nice, even though it was a little sketchy at the beginning, a nice breakdown of the zone.
Osorio's an athletic player, David. He's like a cornerback.
And then he'll pull a free throw line jumper, a little short. Once again, we saw it in the first half, gets his own rebound. He's fouled as he goes up with it. The foul there is going to be on number 25, Mike Herron. So that'll send Osorio to the line to shoot 2.
Osorio's going to be a factor, David, down the stretch. He plays the kind of game that matches up well with Rosemont.
And he's a 70% free throw shooter on the season. And he knocks down the first.
Yeah, I feel Osorio tonight. I really feel his presence tonight as a factor.
He's got 5, but 7 rebounds, a couple of assists, and already 3 steals on the defensive end. He's off on the second. Guy able to get the rebound, and he's able to put in a floater to clean stuff up on the offensive end.
Yeah, Guy's a big guy, but I'm telling you, he's athletic, David.
So it'll be Cruz now in the front court, gives it off to Morgan. Ball swung around to Jones, now on the near side to Herron. Inside, nice play there by Morgan, but he couldn't finish. He's able to create the space, and Herron found him. And now Baruch could have a 2-on-1 if they hustle quickly. Nicholson goes up, he gets it stripped. It's going to be Herron who comes away with it on the defensive end. Herron has a couple options, finds Jones. Jones, high jumper, no good. Herron on the rebound, and he gets fouled as he went back up with it, so he'll go back to the line. Oh, sorry, they're actually going to say it was an offensive. Oh, no, sorry, my apologies. It was a foul. I thought I saw Rosemont started running back down the court, but it will send Herron to the line.
Well, David, it's getting a track meet, so you have to be a little more on top. It's a track meet. We need to really have our eyes go a little bit fast. Anybody have beta carotene?
Herron knocks down the first. And, yeah, Joe, to your point, it's definitely the intensity has picked up a little bit here in the second half, as it should have.
And we're going to see a lot of whistles because of this scrappy play.
He goes 2 of 2 from the line as Herron, as Morgan comes to the bench, and Rawls will check back into the game.
So, David, now Baruch has to take care of the ball at this point. No turnovers.
And Rosemont and Gannon back into the game. Good to see his ankle's doing all right. He finds Nicholson at the halfway line. Oh, Nicholson throws it right into the hands of White. Now it's Rawls over to Jones. Jones going to pull back. He thinks about the shot, gave it a look, pulls it back to Cruz now at the center circle. Ball moved around the perimeter. Rawls looking for an option. Has White up top. Now to Herron, spin move. Ooh, he took too many steps. Yeah, he definitely slid that pivot.
David, as Baruch inbounds the ball, they cannot stop their dribble. Somebody's just got to push it.
Good defense there by the Bearcats as they were all over the Ravens on the defensive end, really forcing that turnover. Ooh, Nicholson, nice little spin pass to Nicholson. Now Guy working in the paint. Guy, a little bit of a push shot. Shot, no good. I think Gannon was actually in proper position. The ball almost rolled around the rim away from Gannon, and it'll go back to the Ravens, who have it now in the front court.
Yeah, we got to get maintenance to get the WD-40 again.
Ooh, Jones going to pull a deep, deep three off left iron. No good. The ball's going to bounce into the Rosemont bench, so it'll go back to the Bearcats.
I think the Bearcats are going to have to assert themselves to get to the foul line a little bit more. They really haven't been to the foul line a lot tonight.
Ooh, Nicholson. Ooh, that's a rough call. if you're Rosemont there. It definitely looked like Nicholson slipped, but they're going to get they're going to be the beneficiary of that call.
Well, like I said, I'd like to see the Bearcats at the line. That's going to add up to getting them to the line.
With some rightful frustration from the Rosemont bench on that one, I think. So it'll be Nicholson on the far side, and he gets fouled once again. Actually, no, sorry, the foul was going to be on Guy. It was from, it's going to be Mekhi Jones. That's already his third, but Guy was trying to get into position and gets fouled as he ran through underneath.
Yeah, Guy presents a lot of problems because he's very active.
Now pick from Gannon. Gannon working on Jones. Once again, if I'm Gannon, I feel like anytime they get one of their bigs on Jones, they really have a really missed opportunity. They should really force into the lane. As nice underhand finger roll there from Devin Nicholson, and Coach Alisi wants to talk things over with 9:16, and his team is up by 9. You're watching Baruch Basketball on YouTube channel, Baruch Bearcats Broadcasting. So welcome back to the Arc. Coach Alisi wanting to talk things over with 9:16 remaining. It's going to be Rosemont basketball coming left to right here.
I think Coach Alisi has got to be very happy with this 5 that's on the floor now. Very tough and crafty group.
So it's both Nicholson, Osorio, Guy, and Gannon. Gannon now all over White here as White came into the lane, gives it off to Cruz. Jab step there by Rawls. Spin move, curls it back out, gives it off to White. White into the paint, trying to work against Gannon. He gets his pocket stripped, and that's going to be a kick ball on Rosemont.
David, every time that a Rosemont player turns, there's a Baruch defender waiting.
So Nicholson will have it with Jones, Mekhi Jones all over him. Nicholson looking for an option, isoing on the left side, gives it off to Guy inside the paint. He's backing down. There's going to be a bit of a foul there, and the foul there is going to be on Strain. A little too touchy-feely, and it's going to be the team's 6th team foul, so the next foul will lead to Baruch shooting free throws in the 1-and-1.
David, it's interesting because Coach Alisi is letting Gorman do his thing, but notice he's letting Guy Muhammad do his thing tonight.
So Nicholson to inbound, looking for options, gives it up top to Gannon. Gannon going to pull a 3. That's going to be off left iron, no good. Guy bats it up. Devin Nicholson comes away with it. He'll curl back. Gannon, first field goal missed tonight. Nicholson, nice little hop step move and able to finish with the right hand.
Well, the thing is that this 5 is each one of them is kind of asserting themselves in their own way tonight.
So Jones now over to Mitchell. Wesley has it up top. Ooh, looking for Rawls. Instead gives it to Strain up top here. Now handoff to Mitchell. Ooh, almost dribbled it off his leg there, but Rawls has it back. Takes the pick from Mitchell. Rawls right into the lane. He's fouled and one. And the foul there is going to be on Nicholson. That's his second.
Well, clearly Rosemont is a very capable one-on-one team. So you got to take away. Don't let the guys put the ball on the floor.
And Rawls knocks down the free throw for the three-point play. Now Nicholson gets it inbounds, up ahead to Guy. Guy, see, that's, I feel like right there, you got to just bring it across the timeline.
Right. You know what? He looked like he thought about it, David, and you can't think.
You got to put it right on the deck. I think a lot of times some of the Bearcats are not realizing how much time they have on the ball when they're catching it. As Nicholson's three hits nothing but the bottom of the net. Gerard Nicholson having a nice evening from three. He's 4-4 from downtown.
And every time he gets a basket, it's a kind of tone setter.
Ooh, very nice play there by Jones to keep that dribble going. He slid to one knee, kept the ball on the deck, and now Strain, right wing three, shot no good. Nice closeout by Guy, and Nicholson has it now. Jones all over him.
David, this team out here, when they play defense, they swarm together.
Yeah, nice collapse there by the Bearcats defense. Is now Guy going to work on the offensive end. Devin Nicholson on the near side gives it off to Gannon up top. He's stripped from behind, and it's Wesley the other way with a nice layup. And just like that, Baruch's lead cut back to single digits.
Remember, Rosemont is not giving up, David.
Muhammad Guy, right-hand shot, no good. Ball batted around, it's loose, and Jones comes away with it for Rosemont. Right over to Mitchell, left-handed layup. And Nicholson gets it up to Nicholson here into the front court. Nicholson's going to pull the elbow jumper, and he knocks it down. That's Devin Nicholson. And Coach Alisi wants to talk things over. 6:21 remaining here in the ball game. And the Bearcats lead by 9. We'll step aside. We'll be right back with more Bearcats basketball on YouTube channel, Baruch Bearcats Broadcasting. So it'll be Rosemont's ball coming left to right here.
David, the Bearcats have to be very aware of Zion Mitchell. Remember, he is the go-to guy with 6'18" for Rosemont.
So it'll be Rawls now into the paint. Kicks it outside to Morgan. Shot off left iron, no good, and Osorio comes away with the rebound. Osorio going right, takes the pick from Vaughn. That's going to be an offensive foul, and Mitchell kind of telegraphed that from about a mile away as Osorio had a running start coming around the screen from Vaughn.
Tough position because where was Osorio going? There's no rush. Remember, work clock. Clock is your friend now, 5:49 left.
And even then, when he turned the corner, there were two people waiting for him at the basket.
Yeah, that was a tough turnover by the Bearcats, especially when they have the little bit of momentum on their side.
So it'll be Wesley to walk things up. White has it on the far side, looking for options. Ball swung around the perimeter. They're actually going to call an off-ball foul here against Vaughn. He was battling in the paint for position with Mitchell. And that's Baruch's 9th, so that'll send Mitchell to the line to shoot a 1-and-1.
Well, we keep saying that Baruch has to be very careful about Mitchell and his ability to go off.
And I think as a whole, they have to be careful because now you're going to be, every time you foul him, you're going to be sending Rosemont to the line. Not only going to be stopping clock, but giving him an opportunity for free points.
Because of the nature of this athleticism game, a lead can turn and evaporate very quickly.
And it already has an opportunity to be 7 after this shot here from Mitchell. And he knocks down the second, so Baruch leads 68-61. A little more than 5.5 remaining here in the ball game.
So again, who How is Baruch going to inbound?
So there's a discussion here as there were some players running in and on and off the court there. It's almost like.
Yeah. That can't do that. They're going on.
Yeah. Yeah, so what happened was that basically one player came off the floor. And I think Morgan and Jones both came off the floor. One player came on the floor, so it was 4 players. So we're trying to get it in a breakdown of what happened on the left side here. We have Devin Nicholson at the line to shoot technicals.
Well, it was a hockey kind of play, as the referee said, David, where you just can't, you got to have X amount of people on the court.
And Nicholson went 1 of 2 from the line as Vaughn comes off the floor and Gannon comes onto the floor. Ooh, nice full court pass there. Purisic leaked out, and he's able to finish with the right hand. And if you can believe it, he's only 1 of 3 this evening, and that's his first points of the night.
That was like Baker Mayfield last night, David, for the Rams.
So now it'll be Wesley up top for the Ravens. And that's going to be a straight-on 3 from Jones. Off back iron, no good. Ball comes all the way out to Gannon, who's able to corral that rebound, and Nicholson walks it into the front court, gives it off to Purisic. It's Purisic, both Nicholson's, Osorio, and Gannon now on the floor, coming in a little under 5 minutes remaining here in the ball game. Baruch right now lead by 10 as Devin Nicholson goes into the lane. And the shot's no good, but he'll go to the line to shoot 2. So it'll be Morgan into the game as Strain comes to the bench. Gannon also to the bench for the Bearcats. Akil Vaughn will check back into the game.
Well, Vaughn is really got to clamp down and take Mitchell out of the flow for Rosemont.
And Rawls shot no good. Kicks it back out, though, to Mitchell. Mitchell straight on 3, around and out, no good. Osorio's able to sky for the rebound.
The toughness of Osorio is going to play a factor in this final stretch, David.
So now Gerard Nicholson has it on the far. Ooh, he's fouled as he tries to enter the paint. And that's actually going to send the Bearcats now to the line to shoot 1-1.
Key substitution, David, for Coach Alisi. Osorio is going to, his toughness is needed right now in this part of the game.
You know, I'm thinking about that play again with the hockey, where we talked about the hockey change. I think Coach Hughes for Rosemont actually has a point. I think 2 players came off the court. So they only had 4 on the court. I think they had less players versus more players. However, I don't know if that's a technical foul in itself.
Every game, tell the truth, we say we wish we had a replay.
I know. It took me now, 2.5 minutes to actually think about what happened.
If we could have looked at the replay, we would have known that a couple of minutes ago.
Yeah.
Yep.
Well, as D3 basketball continues to evolve, we'll get to that point at some day. But now it's Morgan on the near side 3. His shot too strong. Ball batted around into the waiting hands of Akil Vaughn. And now Nicholson will bring it up into the front court.
Rosemont trying to resort to the 3 to get themselves back in the game. It's a 10-point lead for the Bearcats.
So now Purisic able to turn on Rawls. Right into the lane. The left hand no good. He tried to bat it back in on the rebound. Couldn't finish. Outlet pass to Wesley, and he gets fouled by Nicholson. That was an interesting play by Wesley. He was almost able to, hold himself vertical in the air to draw the contact in from Nicholson.
David, every game I marvel at the core strength of today's player. It's all from the midsection, and that was a great example on that move by Wesley.
And an opportunity to cut this deficit to 7 here if Wesley can knock down the free throw for the old school three-point play.
Baruch Nation, go get your snacks now because this last 3:45 is going to be a good one.
Ooh, around and out, no good. As Fair comes away with the rebound. He's quickly trapped. And now Nicholson into the front court on the near side. He's doubled. Dangerous pass. Yep, and it's going to go up ahead to White. White's able to easily lay it in. And with 5 minutes remaining, 3.5 minutes remaining, it's a 6-point ball game here at the Arc Arena between the Ravens and the Bearcats. And Coach Hughes wants to talk things over from Rosemont. We'll be right back with more Bearcats basketball on YouTube channel Baruch Bearcats Broadcasting. So it'll be Baruch's ball going here right to left. They lead by 6. What was once a 10-point lead just moments ago. And that's going to be an offensive foul on Purisic. I don't know about that.
Well, David, that's 2 mental errors and turnovers for the Bearcats. And the Bearcats are going to have to kind of calm down a little bit, take a deep breath.
So the Ravens can chip away at this again. Wesley now straight on 3. Shot no good. Purisic comes away with the rebound. He's quickly doubled and quickly fouled. And that's going to be a foul on White there.
Some uncharacteristic mental errors, David, by the Baruch team tonight.
So they're going to say the foul was on Morgan there on the loose ball. Baruch in the 1-and-1 now with Purisic at the line. And he knocks home the first.
Purisic is a closer. Possible player of the year in CUNY.
Shooting 74% now probably from the free throw. Excuse me, not probably. 74% from the free throw line.
And he's well rested. Coach Alisi, went with a different lineup, so Purisic is well rested for this late stretch.
And he knocks them both down. To your point, Joe, only 18 minutes for Emil Purisic tonight. So
well, this is a desperate team now in Rosemont. So Baruch is going to have to really bear down defensively here.
So far the story of the game has been Michael Gannon. He has 24 points, 6 boards. As Osorio can't go coast to coast, and Mitchell comes away with the rebound. Baruch lead by 8. Nice finish there by White as he's able to use the rim almost as a box out and a defender to shield himself from the oncoming defense. Now Osorio quickly doubled. Fair gets it. Ooh, it looks like his arm was held. So it's going to stay with the Bearcats here right in front of their bench.
David, what the Bearcats have to do is not get themselves close to the sidelines. They got to stay in the open court because the sideline, they're running out of room, and then they have to stop their dribble.
Yeah, they put themselves in some precarious situations when trying to deal with this Ravens zone.
Yeah, and the Ravens want them to go towards the sideline.
So inbound to Nicholson. Double teams are coming at every point right now. As Nicholson, Guy throws it away. I think he thought Nicholson was going more to the corner. And instead it'll be a turnover, and it's going to go back to the Ravens, and they still trail by 6, 2:44 remaining.
What the Bearcats have to do in future games is make the safe play. Don't get cute.
So now Wesley brings it into the front court. Ooh, nice spin move, kicks it outside. Morgan, near side 3, shot no good, barely touches the rim. Wesley hits the deck underneath. I think the Ravens wanted a foul call. Fair trying to step forward, and he's fouled.
Now Fair stopped his dribble, and he needs to just put the ball on the floor.
He catches in a precarious situation because you're also right underneath the basket. You really can't go too high with the pass because you have the basket to deal with, and then he got quickly doubled. Nice, once again, really impressed by that Rosemont press all game so far.
And also they're seeing that Baruch is stopping their dribble, so it's making it easy for Rosemont. So these are things you work on, and, that's why we practice.
So now Fair at the line to shoot a 1-and-1. And he's off on the first, and it's going to be White who comes away with the rebound. Now over to Wesley. Wesley looking for options, finds Morgan. He'll pull another three, and he finally rattles that one home. He's tried to hit a few in a row now, and just like that, it's a three-point game with the 2:19 remaining. Coach Hughes and Rosemont want to talk things over, so we'll be right back with more Baruch basketball here on Baruch Bearcats Broadcasting. So to be Baruch's ball, it was Morgan hitting that three right before the timeout there by the Ravens. So it'll be Baruch trying to, once again, break down the full court press.
David, to your point, Fair should not be taking the ball out.
Yeah, I think it's tough, too. I mean, guy was getting held on the near side here, so that's where the foul's going to be, and that's going to send him to the line to shoot two.
Yeah, by Fair taking the ball out, we want to just point out that we're losing a ball handler out on the court. But this is important. The 2:19 left, David, how Baruch closes out this game, how they finish.
And Guy misses the first.
Uncharacteristic. These guys are usually good finishers at the foul line late in the game.
Muhammad Guy has had his woes, though, at the free throw line. Only a 65% free throw shooter on the season. So a clutch free throw here to extend it back to a potential two-possession game if he can knock this one down. And he does. So Purisic coming back into the game, and Guy will come to the bench.
We don't want to put the Ravens on the foul line here. Let's just play straight up hard D, take away the three and the penetration.
Both teams are in the double bonus, so it will be free throws here on out. As Wesley now almost loses it. Ooh, Purisic hits the deck. Gannon almost gets the steal. He does. He hits the deck as well.
Dave, Gannon with the play of the game, an interception, because that ball was on its way.
And the foul there is going to be at number 3, Wesley. That's his 5th, so that'll do it for Wesley on the evening.
Yeah, that's a tough loss because that Wesley could really hurt you running the floor.
He had 7 points, 4 boards, 4 assists, and a steal. Mixed in a couple of turnovers there, so a well-rounded game there for Wesley. And Gannon off on the second. Gannon, credit to Rosemont as they've been able to really slow down Gannon here in the second half. He had 19 at half, only 5 here in the second half.
Yeah, I mean, Rosemont has hung around, David. Credit to them.
As Gannon knocks down the second, and Muhammad Guy will check back into the game.
Baruch has got to be careful of the 3 now with a 5-point lead, and don't put Rosemont on the line.
So we are about to reach the 2-minute mark here in the ball game, as now Rawls has it up top, gives it off to Morgan on the far side wing. Has Jones near the free throw line, giving it inside to Mitchell. Mitchell blocked by Gannon. I know they're going to say the foul was on Nicholson underneath, and that'll send Mitchell to the line to shoot 2.
I don't know how he caught that ball, but that was a bit of a lucky catch.
He's an athletic, I almost want to say big, only at 6'2" on paper, but he has been really playing that inside position for Rosemont this evening.
Yeah, there's something uncanny about him. He's very crafty, David.
So 75-71, a couple changes now for both teams as Rosemont will send in Strain back into the game, and Devin Nicholson will check back in for the Bearcats.
What Baruch has to do now is work clock when they get the ball into the forecourt.
So Fair trying to find an option, finds Purisic. Oh, he had Fair back, and he throws it away. And if you're Coach Alisi, you have to be very frustrated with this. Makai Jones able to lean into a jumper and knock one down, and it's a 1-point game with 1:43 remaining.
Dave, uncharacteristic mental errors by the Bearcats tonight that they have to clean up.
And good call there by Jamel Ferris. He wants to talk things over. It's going to be a full timeout for Coach Alisi with 1:35 remaining. Baruch's lead has been, which was once 10 here in the second half, has been trimmed down to 1. We'll be right back with more second half action here at the Arc Arena. So a smart timeout there by Jamel Fair on the inbounds. It's going to be Devin Nicholson now to inbound. A little bit of a change here.
So Nicholson is just have to make a safe pass to get it in.
Ooh, and he finds Gerard Nicholson, who's able to bring it into the front court. I don't know about how safe that pass was there, Joe. It looked close, but it's now Nicholson here in the front court. He's calling out the offense. Nicholson, elbow jumper. He knocks that one down. Nice play there by Gerard Nicholson. He knew he liked the matchup that he had, and he got to the spot on the floor he wanted.
Yeah, there was one dribble, and he freed himself.
So now Rawls takes the pick from Jones, and that's going to be an offensive foul.
Now Nicholson just made back-to-back plays that might have iced the game for the Bearcats, offensively and defensively. So safe pass, hopefully from Fair now.
Nice play there by Nicholson to find some space from Jones. And good defense there by Rosemont as it's going to stay with the Bearcats. They'll inbound right in front of their own bench with 1:03 remaining.
Baruch can take some clock off.
Moving there. 20 just threw his hip into my guy.
So less than a minute remaining here with Nicholson calling out the offense. Pick there from Gannon. Nicholson into the lane, gives it off to Purisic. Reverse layup. Nice play there.
There's that body control of Purisic.
They're going to say the foul was on the floor, and it depends who this is on. And that's going to be Nicholson's only his third. Baruch right now playing with 2 key players in foul trouble. Both Fair and Purisic are on 4 fouls.
But Nicholson has really asserted himself in this last 30 seconds that has given the Bearcats the little momentum here.
So rolls off on the first, and he knocks home the second. It's a 4-point lead, and it's going to be a timeout for Coach Hughes. And Rosemont with 44.4 remaining. We'll be right back with more second half action on YouTube channel Baruch Bearcats Broadcasting. So both teams breaking the huddle here. Baruch lead by 4. Rawls went 1 of 2 at that last trip to the line.
Now watch Gerard Nicholson, because he has really come on offensively, defensively for the Bearcats, making play after play.
And he almost traps himself, though, in the corner. And it's going to be a timeout once again for the Bearcats. Only 4 seconds come off the clock. Nicholson quickly got trapped, though, on the far side. So we'll step aside, and we'll be right back with more second half action. So both teams break the huddle. 41 seconds, 40.8 actually, a 4-point lead. Don't forget to catch your next Bearcats action. It's going to be on Tuesday, December 13th, here at the Arc Arena against the College at Old Westbury. That's going to be the women's team in action. And then the men won't be back in action until December 29th, which is a Thursday at 2 p.m. against Goucher College. But we still have plenty of time left here in this ball game for Rosemont to try to get back into it. Baruch holding on to a 4-point lead. And Nicholson able to get open. He'll bring it into the front court. Ooh, once again, Joe, very dangerous leaving their feet as they come into the front court.
Yeah, these are some uncharacteristic errors by Baruch tonight.
Now Nicholson over to Purisic, back to Nicholson. He's going to pull a 3. This could be a dagger shot. No good. Ball's loose. And it's going to be a jump ball. Possession arrow is going to stay with the Bearcats. A lot of bodies there, Joe, hitting the ground.
Well, you know, Rosemont is not giving up, David. So Baruch has got to answer with their effort and just play smart ball, protect the ball.
Oh, nice find there to Purisic underneath, who's able to lay it in.
Purisic closing here for the Bearcats.
And Nicholson comes away with the steal. And they may just run this one out. Yep, back out to Purisic. He'll curl around. And with 3 seconds to 1, it's going to be a Baruch win. And Rosemont going to drop their 4th in a row here at the Arc Arena tonight.
David, tough night. If you look at the film, uncharacteristic mental errors by the Bearcats. But the thing about it, the effort was there at the end when it counted. So short memory. And we got to move forward and get back to playing Bearcat basketball.
A career night for Michael Gannon. In 28 minutes, he went 10 and 11 from the field, 25 and 7 boards. for Rosemont. Rawls led all scorers. That's Damian Rawls led all scorers with 19 on 7 of 13 from the field in 33 minutes. But it's all about Baruch tonight as they get the W here at the Arc.
Yeah, Gerard Nicholson, again, at the end made a couple of plays that really turned the momentum back to the Bearcats. So, you know, it wasn't a perfect game, but Baruch answered the challenge. And instead of a heavyweight fight, Dave, it was a track meet.
So that'll about do it for us. Once again, your final score is 81-75 Bearcats. If you want to see the Bearcats back in action, come in here Tuesday night as the Lady Bearcats will be in action against the College of Old Westbury. And then the men have off actually until the 29th for finals and testing and whatnot. They won't be playing here until 2 p.m. against Goucher College. So once again, your final score here at the Arc Arena, Baruch 81, Rosemont College 75. This broadcast has been in conjunction with the Baruch Athletic Department. For Joe Stozer, I'm David Just. Have a great night, New York.